ለፍሬሽማን ስቱደንት እና ለዩኒቨርሲቲ ኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም የሚያገለግላችሁ ምስል ጋር ዴሪቬቲቭ ኤንድ ላይንስ የሚለውን ይዤላችሁ መጥቻለሁ እንደሚከተለው አቀርባለሁ ማለት ነው። equation of tangent line ለማግኘት ምንድነው የምናደርገው ብለናል? First we will try to find what f derivative at x. F derivative at x is what? That is ex ይሆናል ማለት ነው. Which implies that f derivative at the given point 0 ስንተካ which is equal is a power of 0 which is equal to 1. 1 ማለት this is the slope of your line which is tangent to the given function f of x ጋር tangent የሚሆነው slope ይሆናል ማለት ነው. Slope ካገኘን we are found that if we have a point as well as slope. Slope እና point ካለን equation of line ይሆናል y minus y1 is equal to what? This is m into x minus x1 ይሆናል ብለናል. Which is y minus 1 is equal to m is what? That is 1 ስለሆነ x minus 0 ይሆናል. Which is equal to x ይሆናል. ስለዚህ y ይሆናል ማለት y is equal to x plus 1 ይሆናል. This is equation of line which is tangent to the given function f of x at 0 1 ይሆናል ማለት. From the given choice which was the correct answer? D ይሆናል ማለት correct answer. Or if you want or ምን ማለት ስላላችሁ y is equal to mx plus b ብለን መስራት እንችላለን. b is the slope, b is what? The y intercept ይሆናል. ስለዚህ b ለማግኘት ምን እናደርጋለን? how to substitute the point that we have. የተሰጠን point ስንተካ y 1 ስለሆነ y is equal to 1, m is what? That is 1 ስለሆነ this is x. What is the value of x? x 0 which is plus b. What the value of b? b is equal to 1 ይሆናል ማለት. Is that so? Equation of a line which is tangent to the given function at the given point 1 y is equal to m is what? 1 times x, that is x plus 1. This is what we did here. ተመሳሳይ እናገኛለን ማለት ነው። ነገር ግን the relation between normal line እና tangent line ምን ይሆናል? normal line ከተባለ ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? The slope of what? Slope of normal line. Slope of normal line is what? Is equal to negative reciprocal alpha the given slope for the tangent line. የታንጀንቱ negative reciprocal ይሆናል 1 over m ይሆናል. ያ negative 1 over 1 is what? That is negative ይሆናል ማለት ነው. So the equation of a line which is normal to this function at the point here 0 1 is what? Which is equal to y is equal to the slope is negative 1 negative 1 x plus b ይሆናል ማለት. This means negative x plus what? That is b. ስለዚህ b ለማግኘት ምን እናደርጋለን? Substitute the value of y and x here. The value of y is what? That is 1 is equal to negative 1 times 0 plus b ይሆናል ማለት. What is b? Which is equal to b is equal to 1 ሆነ ማለት አንድ ሆነ b and ከሆነ ስለዚህ line equation of line which is normal to the given function f of x ምን ሆናል ማለት y is equal to negative x plus what? That is our b is what? 1 ስለሆነ this is equation which is normal to the given function f of x ይሆናል ማለት። ስለዚህ ያላቸው ልዩነት ወይም ደግሞ ዲፈረንሳቸው ምንድነው? one is the reciprocal negative reciprocal of what? the other slope ይሆናል ማለት። የኖርማሉ ኔጌቲቭ 1 ወይም ደግሞ የሆነ m ቢሆን 1 over m ኔጌቲቭ 1 over m ሲሆን የታንጀንቱ ይሆናል። የታንጀንቱ m ከሆነ የኖርማሉ ደግሞ ኔጌቲቭ 1 over m of what? The slope of the tangent line ይሆናል ማለት ነው። በዚህ አይነት መንገድ የተጠየቅነው ማግኘት እንችላለን ማለት ነው። The next one, if f of x is equal to what? Given as such forms, then find f derivative 0. You can find the derivative of this function first. F derivative at x means what? Derivative of cos x is what? That means negative sin x. So, which is equal to negative 4 sin x. Minus, that is plus, sorry. The derivative of this power is what? 2x square means what is that? 4x. Minus the derivative with the power of x what? Itself is a power of x. Times line, ln is 1, so take it as it is. What does imply? This implies that f derivative at 0 means what? Insert 0 instead of x, which is equal to what? 4 sin 0 plus what? 4 times what? 0 is the power of what? That is 0. What the value? Sin 0 is 0, 4 times 0 is 0, so it is 0 minus 1. But the value 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So the derivative of this at 0 is what? This is equal to negative 1. The answer is C. Derivative again, substitute ማድረግ ነው 0 inside of x. What involves this one? What says f of x is equal to the square root of the x cube and fog of x is equal to the fourth root of x. Then what the value of what? G of 8. We asked this one. So what? This implies that f of egg fog x means what? Which is equal to fog x means f of g of x. Here we are. What does it imply? This is equal to, it says what? The fourth root of what? It is x, it is given. If that's true, what is f of g of x means? Instead of f of x, we substitute what? G of x. This becomes what? The square root of what? G of x cubed. Here what? Since not x. In our case, this is g of x, which is equal to the fourth root of what? That is x. This is q, sorry. This is q. So what? This implies g of x cube, the whole what? The power of what? The square root of this one, since it is under square root, which is equal to x the power of what? 1 over 4, yes? The fourth root of x means what? That is 1 over 4. What? Which is equal to gx the power of what? You have to take the product of the exponent. The inner one 3, the outer is half, so the product is what? 3 over 2 is equal to x the power of 1 over 4. So to avoid this square root as well as cube root, we multiply both what? Take the fourth of what? The square of what? Both sides. Or we may cancel this by 2, 1, this by 2 what? That is 2. So we can square both sides. What? This is equal to g of x, the power of what? 3, the whole the power of what? That is 2, yes? This is 2, is equal to, that is x. Here we are. What remains, which is equal to, when you see this one, which is equal to what? G of x, the power of what? That is 6. 6 is equal to x. Then we ask what? G of what? 8. This means what? What is g of x? G of x take the 6th root of both sides, which is equal to 6th root of what? That is x. 6th root of this means what? X the power of 1 over 6 equal. So we can substitute that is g of what? 8. When substitute 8, this is 8 the power of what? That is 1 over 6. 8 means what? We can express as base 2. This is 2 the power of 3. The whole what? 1 over 6. What? Take the product of what? The exponents, which is equal to 2 the power of 3 over 6. 2 the power of 3 over 6 means what? 2 the power of what? 1 over 2. What is that? Which is equal to the square root of 2. The answer for this one is what? That is the square root of 2. The choice is C is the correct answer. ስለዚህ በዚህ አይነት መንገድ መልሱን ማግኘት እንችላለን ማለት ነው። Similarly, what says that limit of x, let f of x equals 10 the power of x, then find derivative of x is equals to what? You know that if we have a function of x which is exponential, a is the power of x if a is greater than 0 and a is different from 1 if it is exponential function. So we say that derivative of this x, f at x is what? A is the power of x times what? This is ln of what? Ln of a. You know this one. So for our purpose, we have what? F of x equal 10 the power of x. What's the f derivative at x? Which is equal to our is 10. So 10 the power of x times what? Ln 10 is the correct answer for this one. From the given choice, C is the correct answer. የምንሰራው ነገር ላይ ኤክስፖኔንሻል ፈንክሽን ደሪቬቲቭን እንዴት እንደሰራን ወይም እንዴት እንደሚሰራ ስለምናውቅ we have to apply that one and we get the answer is what? That is C. What the other one is what? If f of x is what? Sin x plus e the power of x minus 3x square, then find f derivative at x. ስለዚህ ይሄንንም ዳይሬክትሊ መፈለግ እንችላለን ማለት what is f derivative at x? You know derivative of sin x is what? That is cos x. You have to sum rule. Derivative of e the power of x is what? That is the same, e the power of x. Derivative of minus 3x square, that means you have to apply power rule, which is 6x. This is the derivative of our function. Nothing is then you have to take what? If it is sum of them. If it is the sum, take the derivative of the sum. If it is difference, take the difference of their derivative. Then finally you have to express as such forms. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer for this is what? That is P. P is the correct answer. The other one, which one of the following is the inverse of what? The function here. We repeatedly did this one in different cases. So to find the inverse of the given function, you have to interchange what? F of x means what? We say that is y. So this f of x is equals what? 8 times x to the power of 3 minus 2. So to find the inverse, that means to find the inverse of this x, interchanging what? X and y. X is equal to 8 times y to the power of 3 minus 2. This is the inverse of our function. So we didn't find what? Any value whose inverse is not expressed in terms of y. Here we have. So let's try to express this in terms of x, which implies what? Which is equal to x plus 2 is equal to 8 times what? Y to the power of 3. To solve this, y to the power of 3 is what? This is y to the power of 3 is equal to x plus 2 over what? That is 8. Then finally take the cube root of what? Both sides. What is that? Y is equal to the cube root of, here is what? X plus 2 over what? 8. Since 8 is what? Perfect cube, we can take out what? The cube root of what? That is 8 is what? 1 over 2. So this becomes 1 over 2 times the cube root of what? Here is x plus what? That is 2. Which is equal to what? The inverse of our function f inverse at x. At x is equals 1 over 2 times the cube root of what? X plus 2. So we can find the inverse of the given function.